Hey, what is up everyone? The LDB is back at it again, coming at you today with my perfect Blacksmith pistol shield build for TU6. Now this build was actually requested by one of my channel members, so shout out to you buddy, this one is for you. And I'm really happy that he did request this build because I've had it in the back of my head for a while now, and now seeing it come to life has definitely been a blast. Definitely try this one out, especially if you are a solo player. So as always, if you enjoy or find these videos helpful, do me a favor and smash that like button, subscribe for future content if you are new to the channel, and go ahead and drop a comment down there below letting everybody know what you're thinking about this, or if you have any questions. So let's get into it. Alright everyone, so first things first, I'm going to be using the Technician Specialist for a few different reasons that I think really do help this build out a lot. For instance, we have Amped here, plus 50% skill power, and this is more or less a skill build, right? I mean, we are very tanky, but that's because of one of the skills that we are using, and giving it an extra 50% skill power is definitely going to help you a lot. Other than that, I really enjoy Dismantling, plus 20% damage to drones, skill proxies, and robotics. And this goes hand in hand, side by side, with the Liberty pistol. And I'll show you why here in just a little bit. Now, other than that, we also have the Artificer hive. It sends out micro electro booster drones that expend themselves to increase allied skills efficiency and refresh their duration. So, keeping that active duration going, boom, 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 just keeps getting pushed, and you keep that shield up for a long time. Now, you are going to take a little bit of damage from it, you know, and I've got it broken maybe a couple times, but that's just when I'm just more or less just standing there taking my time. If you're really pushing it and you're on the grind, you're going to keep it up the whole time, and it's amazing, absolutely amazing. Now, we also have these here. We have the mod to increase the radius of the hive, as well as the recovery rate of the hive. So right there, those three are amazing. Other than that, just went into 15% sidearm damage because, you know, we're using our sidearm. That is our primary, and that's about it. So now on to the build itself. Alright everyone, so here it is. As you can see, we have 6 reds, 7 blue, and 5 yellow. Our sidearm, or our primary weapon, is hitting for 103.1k per bullet base damage. I'd have to say that's pretty good, you know? I mean, this thing is hitting like a truck. I'm loving it. Our armor is sitting at 217,000 with our health at 110,000. So, by some off chance that we do actually crack our shield and that goes down, we have a little bit of something to fall back on. We can get to cover, take some shots, get that shield back, and keep on moving forward. Really, that's only happened to me a couple times, like I said, when I was just kind of messing around, testing things out. But if you're just playing, going hard at it, especially with a team, not going to happen. You should be fine. You should be absolutely fine. Now, our skill power down here is at 1906 for the hive and 2762 for the shield. If we get that shield up to 3000, obviously that would be a little bit stronger. But again, as is, I've been having no problem with things at all. This is a super fun build and super tanky. So let's get into these weapons first, and then we'll get into the gear pieces individually. Alright everyone, so here we go. My sidearm, or my primary weapon really, is the Liberty Exotic Pistol. It's hitting for 103,000 per bullet base damage. The RPM is 173, so not very fast at all. It does have a lot of recoil to it, and we only have 8 in the mag. So we have to make those shots count. You know, if you can land those headshots, that definitely will help a lot. I mean, we can hit for some crazy headshot numbers with this weapon. But if you don't have this weapon, or you're looking for an alternative weapon, I would highly recommend just getting a 45, but try one with salvage on it. killing a target has 50% chance to refill the magazine. This one right here is hitting for 47.4, not too bad. 310 RPM, so a lot higher, and we still have 18 in the mag, so that is pretty good right there. Now I also have this weapon right here. It's called the Lightning Rod. I would not recommend using this really overall. It looks good because it's, a named weapon. It's only hitting for 35k per bullet. We have some really good RPM, 370 and 31 in the mag, and we have perfect salvage on here. Killing a target has 75% chance to refill the magazine, and we also have 20% magazine capacity on it as well. So you can just keep on spamming those bullets, but you have to spam them like crazy. You are going to tire out your finger real quick if you play with this weapon. Looks good, sounds good, doesn't work so good. I would recommend the 45, hitting for 47. That's a lot higher, or just go with that Liberty, like I said. Now, again, going on to this Liberty, the talents are amazing. This weapon is amazing in PvE. The Liberty gains 100% damage to hostile electronics. While aiming, enemy weak points and hostile electronics are highlighted, and that goes hand in hand with the talent on the technician tree that says that we're going to get 20% damage to drone skill, proxies, and robotics. So we have another 100% damage to their electronics, and I mean, this is absolutely amazing, as well as the weak points being highlighted, so it's even easier to hit those. Now, after you destroy an enemy weak point, your next bullet deals 500% weapon damage. 500%. That is stupid. I haven't even calculated what that is, but I know it's like 700 something thousand, right? Either way, if that shot kills an enemy, your magazine is refilled and grants 100% weapon damage for the entire magazine. I mean, now this sounds good, the entire magazine, a whole 8 shots, but you can do a lot with those 8 shots with another 100% damage on top of it. I'm telling you right now. Now we also have, while holster, destroying enemy weak points refills 20% of your current weapon's magazine. I'm going to start using this with an LMG build. I'm going to try that because right there, that is really, really nice. If you haven't tried that out already, definitely go for that. So other than that, the other weapons that I'm going with, really I'm just using for the given talents, the equipped talents here. We have skills deployed at full armor, 25% duration, charges and ammo, pretty straightforward right there, gotta love that. And we also have in rhythm, while equipped, enemy kills have 5% chance to refresh active skill cooldowns, can occur once a minute. So that's just going to help get everything back a lot faster if you need to, and overall it's been working out awesome. So let's get into these gear pieces. Alright, so the mask that I'm going to be going with is a Richter and Kaiser. I have the 2-piece active, and I would highly recommend that you do the same because we get that 10% hazard protection, which is really nice, but also 20% pistol damage. That is huge, crucial to this build. Definitely put that on there, and you will definitely be doing some nice damage for sure. Now, as far as the attributes go on this, for some reason, R&K does not like to drop me very good rolls. It is what it is. It doesn't like me. I got 39% damage to elites. We got some health on there as well as hard hitting. Another 25% damage to elites. I've been trying to get a nice R&K mask with a red and a blue, and a high damage to elites roll with hard hitting or something in that combination, but it just doesn't want to drop. So this is what I got right now. I'm sure you could do a little bit better, but other than that, moving on. Alright, so the chest piece that I'm going to be using is Alp Summit. I get that plus 20% skill haste just for wearing it. Gotta love that there. Now, as far as the attributes go, we get 16,000 health and a nice little 36,000 armor. Nothing too crazy. I wish I had some weapon damage on here, but I needed to stack my blues. That way I could unlock Unstoppable Force. It requires 7 or more blues, as well as Perfect Blacksmith. They both require 7 or more blues, and they both give me their proc, their buff, just for killing an enemy. So I thought that they worked pretty good hand in hand. Killing an enemy grants 1% weapon damage for every 20,000 max armor, and on this build that's going to break down to about 10-11%, but I mean 10% of 100,000 and is another 10k on top of what I already have. So I mean, overall that's going to help out a little bit. I mean, that's definitely a nice little boost there, as well as Perfect Blacksmith. Killing an enemy with your side armor repairs 60% of your armor, can occur once every 10 seconds. So again, hand in hand, I think they worked out nice. As far as the mods on the chest piece go, I have a defensive mod giving me some health, 10% skill health, and that incoming healing. And don't really care about the extra incoming healing. I'm focusing on that skill health, 10% there. That will definitely push your shield a lot farther. As far as the utility mod goes, we have some skill power and hive skill power down there. Gotta love that. And as far as the other defensive mod, we have some health, 11% skill health and 4% health regen. So again, stack that skill health as much as you can, and if you can put some hive skill power or shield skill power anywhere, extra, that definitely will push it even more. So let's look at the holster. Okay, so the holster that I'm going to be using is the Forge. It is the named high-end Richter and Kaiser holster. We have that attribute of 43,000 health that I rolled on there. It came with a nice crit chance or crit damage roll, but I have another one just for backup, so don't worry about it. I had to re-roll a health on here because I actually needed it, as well as I needed another blue. That way I could unlock the perfect blacksmith. Killing an enemy with your sidearm repairs 60% of your armor. Can occur once every 10 seconds. That is huge. Every 10 seconds? Are you serious? That's really nice right there. Now, as far as the mod that I have on here is just some weapon damage and some pistol damage. Pretty straightforward on that. So, on to the knee pads. Alright, so the knee pads that I'm going to be using are hardwired. I have the 2-piece active giving me plus 20% skill power. Gotta love that right there. 20% skill power right there, and I get another 50% from the technician tree. So, 70% skill power buff. Gotta love that. Again, I only have 5 yellows on this build, yet I almost have 3,000 skill power on my shield. So, really look into these hardwired sets. Gotta love these right here. And they've been dropping in the open world, so that's even better. On this one right here, I have some decent skill power, as well as a skill power mod. Give me shield skill power. Chem launcher skill power doesn't really matter, as well as another defensive mod that gives me health and some more skill health, 10% right there, with some armor on a kill. Gotta love that even more. Hey, just stack it on top, Pretty straightforward on that. Onto the gloves. Okay, so the gloves that I'm going to be using are Araldi. I get that plus 10% accuracy for wearing them. Gotta love that. That will help you out regardless of what pistol you used, especially if you are using the Liberty. Definitely go with some accuracy, stability anywhere that you can. Now, as far as the attributes go, we have 11% pistol damage, not too bad, and we also have Devastating, another 5% weapon damage on top of that. So, pretty straightforward. Get your accuracy and your damage up on those gloves. So, onto the backpack. Okay, so the backpack is also hardwired. The attributes that I have on here are skill power, weapon damage, and crit damage. I put that weapon damage on there, just made it a little bit higher, just because I wanted to push that weapon, just make it a little bit more OP, you know what I mean? The skill power, where I'm at 2,700 on the shield, I feel like is just fine. Sure, you could push it a little farther, make it, get it up there to 3,000, but as is, I'm not worried about it at all. Now, we also have Captive on there, 50% skill duration, so hey, your hive is going to love that right there. Now onto the mods. We have a utility mod that gives us some skill power and also some shield skill power. Gotta love that there. Push that as far as you can again. As well as an offensive mod giving us some weapon damage and more pistol damage. Again, pretty straightforward on that. Nothing too crazy. Now, let's take a look at the skills themselves. Alright, so again, I am going to be using the Artificer hive. I hope I'm saying that right. Artificer. Either way, the Artificer sends out micro-electro booster drones that expend themselves to increase allied skills efficiency and refresh their duration. Basically, we're just worried about that duration part. Well, I guess the efficiency as well, but basically it's going to heal that shield up every time you start getting low. The refill speed is every 6 seconds. Boom, you get that, and it's going to just push it right back to the top. And unless you're taking some insane amount of damage and just like standing in the middle, you're not going down. You're not going down at all. Or with a team, gotta love it. Gotta love it. The refill speed again, 6 seconds. Charge is 10, but if I drop it early, I get 12. The range is 10 meters. If that could be pushed a little bit farther, that would definitely be a good thing. But in most missions, I think 10 meters you could basically stay in and be effective with. And again, with the shield, you're pretty slow. You're not going anywhere anytime fast. You know what I mean? So you can always pick up this and move it somewhere else if you need to as well. The duration is 90 seconds. The health is 201,000 hit points. So it's going to take a second to get blown up if they try to, at least. The buff amount to yourself is 100%. The buff duration 10 seconds, and the buff repair amount self is 110%. That is freaking crazy. This is absolutely amazing. Gotta love it. The mods that I have on here are 31.3 duration. Nothing too crazy with that. We got 30% radius and 30% skill haste on it. So we get those charges back as fast as possible. We have a decent little radius and we have some decent duration. Overall, just kind of went broad spectrum on the mods and it's been working out nice. So let's take a look here at the actual shield here. It is the Bulwark. The Bulwark shield provides near full body coverage, but its bulk means that only sidearms may be used while it's equipped. And I understand what they're talking about because, like I said, you're not moving very fast. You can even try and run, and you're not going anywhere. So it is what it is. The cooldown 33.2 seconds, so that's not bad. If it does crack, I got 30 seconds to wait, and then it'll be back. And if I take out a couple enemies in the meantime, I have a chance of getting it back just right away. Boom, and then you can keep going to work. But overall, it's been staying up the entire time because the health is 1,054,000 hit points. I have to say it's pretty nice. I cracked that million mark. I'm happy with that. If you can push that any higher, you know, hey, my hat's off to you. Now, the active regeneration is 38,900 hit points per second. The holster regeneration, 52,000. You know, overall, I'm just loving this shield. This thing is amazing when you pair it with that hive. And as far as the mods go, we have 75.6% health. We have some more shield skill power just to push it that little extra bit there, you know, 295, as well as 47.8% active regeneration. So while I'm actually using it, it is regenerating. Just pushing it on top of that hive. So it is what it is. Been working out really nice. Those are the skills, guys. I'm going to be going with the EMP grenade just because, you know, since I'm using skills, nobody else should be, right? You know what I mean? You throw one of these out there and, you know, you stun them or you knock down their skills. If you want to, you can always shoot them with your Liberty pistol, like I was saying. But these are really just fun to use in general. So other than that, let's take a look at the stat sheet before we go ahead and sign off. Alright everyone, so before we go ahead and sign off, let's do a quick little recap here on the stat sheet, see how all of this breaks down. The weapon talents here, we have In Rhythm, we have Recharged, we have Liberty, Blind Justice, Independence, and we also have some guided missiles. Gotta love those right there. Now moving on to the weapon stats, 103,000 per bullet base damage. This thing is hitting like a truck. We have 10% crit chance, 35% crit damage, 100% headshot damage. So again, if you hit them in the head, that's going to be roughly 206,000 per bullet you're smacking them in the face with. And that's not including crits or damage to elites. So, hey, aim for the face if you can. We got a 16-meter range. I think it's a little bit farther than that. I mean, I haven't exactly measured or anything, but I can reach out and hit targets at a little bit of a distance, so it is what it is. 1.9 second reload time, not bad at all. 10% accuracy and 15% stability. So go for these any way that you can. Definitely that Liberty will need it. I mean, the recoil is ridiculous. Any way you can put any stability, accuracy is a good thing. Now on to the offensive here. We have 15% all weapon damage bonus, not too bad, and we also have 54% pistol damage bonus. So I mean, right there, I think we're doing pretty good as far as the damage aspect goes. And we also have 79% damage to elites. So if you smack one of them elites in the face with that Liberty, they are definitely not going to like you very much at all. But typically, they don't feel much. They go down very quickly. So other than that, moving on to the gear talents here, we have Captive, Unstoppable Force, Hard-Hitting, Devastating, and Perfect Blacksmith. And it is made up of 2-piece Richter and Kaiser, 2-piece Hardwired, 1-piece Alps, and 1-piece Araldi. Nothing too crazy, nothing too hard to get your hands on. Pretty straightforward as far as that goes. Now, on the defense aspect of it, we have 217,000 armor. Just got that little bit of armor on a kill. Nothing too crazy, nothing that's even going to be really effective, but hey, it's there. You know, every little bit counts, right? 110,000 max health, 57,000 health regen, 1.5% extra incoming healing. Woo! 1.5%. That's just that one little mod we had. Gotta love that there. We also have 10% hazard protection. That way we're going to get some bleed, blind, deaf, burn, you know, all that good stuff. Just a little bit of that that resistance up, and that's a good thing because getting shocked or you know, lit on fire when you're holding that shield is not a good time at all. Now, as far as the skills go, we kind of already went over those, and I'm sure you're not really too interested in the Dark Zone talents on it. Although I did take this into the DZ and I actually killed a few people. So try it out if you're a PvPer. But other than that, guys, I think that pretty much wraps up the build overall. And I hope you enjoyed. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my perfect Blacksmith pistol shield build for TU6. Again, if you are a solo player, definitely check this one out. The survivability is amazing. You can breeze through missions, no problem, and it's really, really fun to play with. So as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to smash that like button, subscribe for future content. If you are new to the channel, make sure you got that notification bell on. We also have the memberships available, and go ahead and drop a comment down there below letting everyone know what you're thinking about this, or if you have any questions. So until next time, guys, I hope you take it easy. I will see you then. Later.